We're joined now by Lynn Whitfield, an American actress. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
How is this meeting going, by the way, the one you're here for?
Oh, the festival, it's very exciting. There are wonderful films, filmmakers from all over the continent, and some from Europe who are of African descent here. Great stories, great company, fabulous parties, and such a beautiful
Is this your
place.
first time in Nigeria?
First time? No, this is my third time.
Oh.
I consider myself an official, permanent guest of Nigeria.
How do you've interfaced with movie producers, directors? What distinctive thing do you see, or what do you think that we can improve upon?
Well, first of all, everything has a time in the season. This is a very exciting season for Nigeria and for film. All of the continent. Everything is very prolific. People are making films like as fast as we can think. People are excited about communicating and telling their stories. So, from this point, I see that there's a level of maturity that will continue. It's a natural progression. Sometimes people are very hard on artists, you know? We're supposed to be absolutely perfect right away. But it takes time, it takes development, which is what is so great about EFRIF, because they're training programs that go on to give young filmmakers, young actors, young writers an introduction to the artistic demands of movie making. So it all takes time, it takes nurturing. But from where I see it, it's a very exciting time. Everywhere I go in America, I say, oh, I was in Nigeria for a film festival. They say, Nollywood, what is it? What is it? There's curiosity internationally about what is going on here. So, and you know, it's been mostly, you know, DVDs, directly DVD market, but it's moving forward. I saw some wonderful films this season, and so much more to see.
Are you going to feature on anyone anytime soon?
Well, actually, I've done 3 projects with African filmmakers since the first EFRIF and the ALMA Awards. So, in America. So, I am committed. I'm in. We communicate. I've done 3 cameos. And so now I'm just putting out to the film community, it's ready. I'm ready for like a major featured, amazing starring role in one of the movies, and I'm looking forward to actually producing one here and working with filmmakers and capturing the Nigeria that I have seen, which I don't think many people in America that I know have seen. It's an amazing place.
You know, I was just going to ask you about the stories. You know, what has the reception been like to the stories when you're talking about Nollywood abroad? Because right now you're talking about the Nigeria that you have seen, and I'm wondering if the films on display have captured the Nigeria that you have seen.
Well, I'm seeing it from the eyes of an American from Louisiana. You know, the boats left here, and Louisiana was a big port in those days that we don't need to give too much time or energy to. So the Nigeria that I've seen is very familiar to me from what I know in Louisiana. You know, when I was growing up in Louisiana, the doctors, the lawyers, the Indian chiefs, they were all brown people, black people. And so when I came to Lagos for the first time, I said, I know this is familiar to me. The stories that I've seen thus far, for the most part, actually do not capture the Nigeria that I've seen, which is one of my artistic goals in telling the stories here. Because you know,
what's so different about it?
So different than what?
In the stories that you've seen, because it seems that there is some distinction between the Nigeria that you have seen and the stories that are being told.
Many of the stories that I've seen, and it's perfect, because artists tell right now the stories that are being told are very, very personal. And I liken some of it, particularly the stories about women, to, I was in the international cast of a play called For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough. It's like, and the same thing is in America. People are working out their authentic, perhaps traditional stories, working out where they are and where they want to be. Many of the stories are about the sociological struggles and where people sit. Many of the stories have to do with the traditions, you know, how people have been viewed, you know, many of the stories about, you know, not being able to have children and someone should take a second wife, or the, you know, it's the Nigeria that I saw and was introduced to is so different than what people capture. For me, I was introduced to a place of movers and shakers, people really working to make the country better. People who are, some are privileged, but everybody hardworking, everybody with a dream, everybody. I sat at the Echo Hotel during the AMA Awards and I saw so much power, so much authority, and I have not seen a lot of that.
Well, anyway, if you let me come in here, I think you have used, or rather mentioned the country more than 5 times. I must say congratulations, because you're quite different from loads of Americans who don't know the difference between a continent and a country. So, so when you get back there, you say, okay, I just left Nigeria, and you didn't use the word, I just left Africa.
No.
So congratulations on that one. Then for the big one, well, shame on me. It's my first time here in Tinapa, but you have been here. You're more like a veteran. So why are you here again? Perhaps you should expatiate more and tell us the love for Tinapa.
Well, I was asked to be the goodwill ambassador from America and to America for Afrif. And I'm so excited that the festival is going to be here in Tinapa for several turns of the festival. So, in coming, I didn't know what to expect because the last festival was in Lagos. And what I've experienced thus far, the charm, the kindness of the people here, very touching to me. Again, being from Louisiana, the cuisine, I told the chef here at the hotel, which is a resort, in the middle of being restored and rejuvenated, but already so beautiful, the ground so beautiful. I told the chef that I'm not going back, you know, 1/3 more of myself than I was when I got here. But the food is so similar to what I have in Louisiana. The pepper, the fresh seafood, the fisherman's soup. Every day is an adventure in the restaurant for what we'll have. Everyone has been so helpful. And it's so beautiful here. I went down to the water park. And it's out, I didn't know if I was here in the south of France. So it's really beautiful. And since I'm an honorary and accepted card-carrying guest of Nigeria, I really look forward to the unfolding of how it's going to be brought to its most amazing state. But it's been fantastic. Tinapa, I look forward to a long relationship. I feel like the south of America when I'm here, and it's a great place for us to have the festival. In Lagos, we were all over everywhere. Now, we all stay here in one place, and the directors, the writers, producers, actresses. Last time, I did not have time to really sit and share with the artist. For instance, Rita Dominique, who's the Goodwill Ambassador as well, we've actually had bonding time. So we sit and dream and share here because we're kind of cloistered here, where you can share ideas. It's like a think tank of cinema going on here right now.
Interesting perspective, but we'll have to let it go there. Thank you for coming on. Lynn Whitfield is an American actress.